Standby power.
Normal.
Air conditioning control.
Check that set.
Fire control panels.
هي بس مشكلة الانجن او اي حاجة زي كده. الظاهر كده حيرجع. اوكي هو يقول حيستنى 5 to 10 minutes يمكن يرجع للجيتس. ايوه. Saudi 955 read back was completed contact tower on 18.6 minutes.
About Saudi 424 clear for takeoff runway 33 right wind 130 2 knots.
Minimum 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
These are several hundreds of passengers flying Saudia, the national airlines of Saudi Arabia, and one of the most outstanding international airlines. Saudia carries, in its modern fleet, 11 million passengers each year to 43 destinations in 4 continents. Once a passenger walks into the terminal, he is in the good hands of Saudia's professional personnel. And throughout the trip, he is graciously cared for. Air transport has now become a sophisticated and comprehensive service industry. This is a fact which every Saudia personnel is fully aware of while dispensing the best services to the passengers. So, what will a passenger be treated to for his ticket? The answer is, he'll get quite a lot. First, a $107 million Boeing 747 jumbo jet, with 4 Rolls-Royce engines costing around $7 million each. Then a pilot, a captain with thousands of hours of flying experience. A man who has spent years completing an ever more rigorous series of tests and examinations of his skills.
Wide slope.
A highly experienced first officer. and a flight engineer with an equal mastery of the aircraft's multiple system.
Engine fire test.
Throughout his flight, he will be pampered by a crew of flight attendants trained to deal with every passenger's needs. He may even have a comfortable doze in a seat costing $1,900 US.
Caviar, sir?
Yeah.
What kind of salad dressing?
He will
would
be
you like,
served
sir?
at least one delicious meal.
French or Italian?
But perhaps most important of all, Saudia will carry its passenger to his destination on a smooth, trouble-free flight. All in all, it is a great deal of quality, service and care that make the Saudia passenger quite happy and satisfied. But wait, there's even more to it than that. Saudia invested 12 years of training and flying in this man to fly today's giant jet. He is Captain Sami al-Suwiek.
التحاقي بالطيران كان عن هواية بدت منذ
My interest in flying began as a childhood hobby.
كثيرة من الدراسة وبعد أن حصلت على
It grew and crystallized throughout my school years.
الطيران في الخطوط الجوية العربية السعودية بمدينة جدة.
After graduation from secondary school, I joined the Aviation Institute of Saudia in 1972-73.
قبلت ودرست لمدة سنة دراسة أرضية في
I trained for a year in preparation to qualify for an international pilot's license.
في قيادة الطائرات. بعد إتمام هذه الدراسة ابتعدت إلى الولايات المتحدة.
I was sent later to the USA, where I was trained further to qualify for pilot licenses, namely the International Commercial Pilot License, International Automated Flying License, and the International Propeller-Driven Aircraft License.
المحركات. بعد ذلك رجعت إلى المملكة العربية السعودية.
After earning these licenses, I came back home to start flying as a first officer on a DC-3 Dakota.
This is the very aircraft given by the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt to King Abdulaziz back in 1945. It was the kingdom's first aeroplane, and it formed the basis of what was later to become Saudia. Others of its kind were still flying with Saudia in 1975, when Sami al-Suwieg was a 21-year-old first officer with the ambition to become a big jet captain. Sami al-Suwieg achieved that ambition. Today, he is one of the gifted young Saudi pilots qualified to command a Boeing 747 jumbo jet.
And Mohammad Shahada.
033 صغير.
Each flight is not a mere routine chore, but a whole new project. Preparations are extensive and begin with the flight crew filling certain forms.
Flying time 2 hours from your flying
The
time.
pilot obtains standard technical data on the flight course, weather conditions, and then sets out to plan the flight accordingly.
Low level up to flight level.
I think that's
The
all
flight
about
crew
the flight
meet to discuss the flight plan in thorough detail.
They will join us very shortly, and if you have any questions...
And finally, one of Saudia's air fleet, made up of various types, will take off under Sami al-Suwieg's command. He has been flying for 13 years and has recorded more than 8,000 hours of flying. That is the equivalent to one flight lasting over 35 weeks, non-stop. As an example of the support of the king to develop the transportation system of Saudi Arabia and to remain one of the premier international airlines of the world, the King gave his support to the order for 10 new Boeing 747-300 series. Saudia now operates a total of 21 747s of various types.
I get Saudiya 173.
Okay, Saudiya 173.
Another wide-bodied jet which has done sterling service with Saudia is the Lockheed 1011 TriStar. Powered with 3 powerful Rolls-Royce RB211 jet engines. Saudia is by no means dedicated to American equipment. The most recent additions to its fleet are the European Airbus A300-600 series, the most highly advanced and computerized passenger aircraft now in flight operation. Perhaps the most familiar aeroplane around the kingdom's 23 airports is the Boeing 737 twin-engine jet, of which Saudia has 20. To complete the Saudia fleet come several smaller aircraft, such as the Fokker. Including cargo aircraft, Saudia now operates an impressive total of 109 aircraft. Air cargo is an important commercial service provided by Saudia. Tens of thousands of cargo items are hauled every year to and from Saudi Arabia. And, thanks to Saudia, imports and exports are boosted. Saudia now flies to 43 international destinations in 4 continents. In addition, it links 23 domestic cities. Across this vast network, it carries more than 11 million passengers every year. It is a startling performance in a country where some 40 years ago, no aircraft had ever flown.
We hope indeed, as responsible people in this organization, that God will help us in continuing to keep up with the advancement in this industry. This, of course, follows the instructions of the King and also His Royal Highness Prince Sultan bin Abdulaziz, the Minister of Defense and Civil Aviation, to keep the name of Saudia as leader in the field of interior furnishings, as well as everything else connected with the aircraft. I would like to add that the new furniture and decor which we have in Saudia is the best. We are proud that no other airline in the world has such sophisticated furnishings of such superb standards.
Yes, the King gave instructions that Saudi Airlines should be well equipped so that the passenger, while he is flying, will feel as if he is in a beautiful garden with all the comfort, safety and security measures until the end of his journey. Saudi Airlines ranks 15th among the 145 major international airlines in the world who are members of IATA, that is, the International Air Transport Association. This ranking is very high and an excellent achievement, particularly when the operational age of Saudia is taken into consideration. It has been improved year by year.
Of course, this level of achievement relates firstly to the help of Almighty God, and secondly to the support which Saudi has given, and thirdly, I should not forget the sincere efforts of the citizens of this country who are working with Saudi Airlines.
أبناء هذا الوطن المنتمين للخطوط الجوية العربية السعودية.
These are some of the girls that have recently joined the Saudi staff of 25,000 people. They receive basic training at the training airbase in Jeddah. Saudi recruits qualified people from all over the world and then gives them intensive training. Saudi stewards and stewardesses come from 50 different countries.
My name is CA.Mohammad from Syrian Arab Republic. I'm here now to have recurrent training at Flight Attendant Training Center.
My name is CA.Mohammad. I'm from Pakistan. I'm a flight steward on Saudi Arabian Airlines.
Because on international flights you have to do Arabic demonstration, you have to be familiar with some of the keywords in Arabic. For example, the first word we are going to see today is hizam, which means seat belt. Hizam means seat belt. Would you repeat with me now? Hizam. Again, please.
Non-Arab stewardesses take an intensive course in basic Arabic at the language laboratory with which the training center is equipped.
Hello, Dangale.
Yes?
Can you please send me the meal card?
For R4?
Yeah, for R4.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's just still in the oven. Can you wait for a while, maybe 2 minutes?
At this point, your seatbelt should be fastened. To fasten your seatbelt, push the two metal ends together until you hear a click. To adjust the belt, pull the strap until tight.
Making announcements and giving instructions through the microphone while in flight is one of the skills taught to trainees. They are trained to be cheerful and hospitable while doing this, to make the passenger feel that special attention and hospitality are addressed to him, though he is only one passenger out of 11 million.
Swim on your back. Try to swim on your back. Hurry up. As soon as you reach the slide, climb up. Use the stairway. Hold the assist handle. Other people.
Utmost seriousness and importance, however, is given to the training of crews which aims at safety. Evacuating a plane with great speed in an emergency is one of the measures which a crew under training practices over and over again.
Easy, easy. Mister.
Passengers feel more secure knowing that the stewards and stewardesses are expert, trained to face any emergency that might disturb their safety while in flight. In fact, all members of Saudi airline crews have to pass demanding tests that cover various safety and security measures, both in theory and practice. Although Saudi flights have covered many millions of miles without any serious incidents.
Air passages are clear. Bend down, check for breathing. Right, no breathing? No.
Help please. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stewards and stewardesses under training stay here at Saudi City. Saudi City is the greatest housing project undertaken by an employer in the kingdom for his personnel. Its construction costs have amounted to $500 million US. It is equipped with all the facilities that provide staff members, regardless of position, with comfort. It is self-sufficient as far as water, electricity and telephone services are concerned. The city also has a sports centre for all kinds of sport, for the benefit of employees and their children. The city is on the outskirts of Jeddah. It consists of 3,377 housing units. In short, it is a city surrounded with beauty, providing not merely the basic housing necessities, but rather a home worthy of pride and love. But let us go back to passengers. Buying a Saudi ticket entitles a passenger to benefit from the great facilities of a major international airline with an air fleet of 109 aircraft, 3,500 flight crew members and more than 900 pilots. Any more? Indeed. The first facility at the service of Saudi passengers is the computerized reservation system. Here in Jeddah, Saudi staff members handle 15,000 calls a day, made by individuals as well as travel agencies.
Can you take on the confirmation, please? You can call after 2 hours.
All the terminals are connected to a computer system in London, allowing a reservation to be made in a few minutes. When the data has been fed into the computer, it is automatically copied onto the ticket. This is the procedure of reservation for boarding departing Saudi flights, amounting to 109,000 a year.
نسبة الموظفين الغير سعوديين في بداية توسع هذه الإدارة كان يتراوح بين 60 إلى 70.
When this department started to expand, the percentage of non-Saudi staff members was 60 to 70%. Thus the percentage of Saudis was 30%. Now it is a completely different story. The percentage of non-Saudis does not exceed 10%. In fact, it is 5 to 7%. Of course, this was not an easy or haphazard achievement. It was only done after we had made certain that the Saudi staff were well trained and ready to fill these positions efficiently.
This is known as the Air Operation Information System, through which all the information relating to a certain flight, the airliner making it, and its crew are recorded. This system allows the scheduling of flights several weeks in advance. By merely touching a button, the system offers full information on the condition of any plane in the Saudi fleet. The system is so thorough that it computes the number of flying hours for each plane and consequently determines the time for its inspection and maintenance. Thus, Saudi is taking advantage of the most recent findings in technology so that it can meet its enormous responsibilities as a distinguished international airline company. This Boeing 747 is currently undergoing renovation and overhauling at the maintenance base, located in the vicinity of King Abdulaziz Airport in Jeddah. It is one of the largest, best-equipped maintenance centers in the Middle East and can compete with any base of a similar nature anywhere in the world. That is a great achievement. Saudia has been authorized by the US Aviation Federation to carry out the most comprehensive operations in maintenance engineering known to international airlines. Only 3 airline companies in Europe have been able to get similar authorization. 5,000 licensed engineers working in 3 shifts that cover 24 hours a day staff the base. Thus, all the planes and their equipment are kept in perfect order and fit for flying at all times.
السلام عليكم. اليوم إن شاء الله نتكلم عن المالتيبلكسing system management في ال 11 aircraft. As you know,
in order to have a sufficient number of Saudi engineers, Saudia has set up a training school that teaches various engineering courses. At present, 500 Saudi trainees, as well as trainees from other countries, are enrolled in this school.
And what the components are independent, used by each system. To start with, we have PSS, namely, and the PES. PES stands for Passenger Service System.
Saudia is one of the few airline companies in the world that carries out all its own maintenance. This is due to the full harmony of workshops, equipment, and electronic and computerized testing systems. There is harmony also among the technicians, many of whom are Saudi nationals. Annual routine tests have amounted to as many as 98,884, with an additional total of 676 special maintenance operations. The number of planes that receive full maintenance amounts to 96. Similarly, Saudia is one of the few international airline companies authorized to undertake the maintenance of Rolls-Royce RB211 engines used for Boeing 747 and TriStars. Maintenance technicians disassemble these engines to thousands of small parts which are individually tested. Parts that need it are replaced, others are fixed, and the whole engine, now fully overhauled, is reassembled with its operative efficiency guaranteed. All maintenance jobs are carried out before their due date for maximum safety. This is how Saudia has acquired its international status as the airline with the highest safety ratings in the world. Like any other Saudia department, maintenance is done with the utmost care and preparation and given the very best equipment. At last, the engine is reassembled and reinstalled in perfect order, thus becoming fit for a few thousand hours of flight without disturbance. Every part of the aircraft is tested to make sure that it is functioning well. This is the black box, for example. It contains advanced electronic devices that record all conversations between the aircraft and the control towers it contacts while in flight. The box is now being carefully checked as a maintenance job, a procedure which every apparatus on the aircraft is subject to maintain its efficiency. Computers and electronic testing devices play an important role in guaranteeing the desired results. These devices are another important aspect of testing and maintenance to which Saudi pays the utmost attention.
Fire bottle discharge. Discharge. Time check. Time check.
Naturally, Saudi tests all pilots and co-pilots to make sure their senses are in perfect order. Nerve, color reading and eyesight tests, for example. Airline companies usually give such tests once a year, but Saudi does it once every 6 months.
Hotel.
Catalan number 1, and I want to see a very good landing on this Talat. Very good. 30 feet, closed throttle, and flare.
Minimum.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Outboard.
The plane has landed.
Very good.
Perhaps to our disappointment, it's not a real plane as we thought. It's an aircraft simulator at the training center in Jeddah.
Jump on the plane.
At present, 60 trainees enroll in the Saudi training program every year. In the past, trainees were sent to the United States.
I am co-pilot Talal Abdul Rahman. I am now at the pilot training center in Jeddah to receive training on a Boeing 747 simulator under the supervision of Saudi captain Sami Abu Alula. We are here for a certain number of hours of practice on this aircraft, after which we are tested on the recommendation of the captain.
This is a TriStar simulator.
وبجانب له جهاز آخر يمثل جهاز طائرة 737 ويقال له.
By its side is a 737 simulator.
هي تعتبر الآن من أحدث الأجهزة الموجودة عالميا لتدريب الطيارين.
These are some of the most modern simulators for the training of pilots on all aspects of flying. I would like to mention that 90% of the training staff at the Air Operations Centre are Saudi nationals, training people of various nationalities.
Hello, my name is Robin Stoker. I'm a flight engineer with Saudi Arabian Airlines. At the moment I'm in my final phase of upgrade to the 747 aircraft. I've been with the company now for just over 5.5 years. and I'm looking forward to my final check ride on the 747 so that I can be released to the line to fly the Saudi routes.
Hello, my name is Lee Smith. I've been here in the training center with Saudi training for about the last 2 weeks. I think the reason it's been the most enjoyable is that this simulator is a product of some of the most advanced simulation technology available in the world. I fully expect that the realism that I've experienced here will transfer directly to the aircraft and make me not only a safer pilot, but much more proficient from this experience. I look forward to exercising it.
This is for us a source of pride in our beloved homeland, and it contributes to our blessed advancement process.
In case of fire handle, Saudi, you handle it. Evacuation, alarm, it's here if we need it. Anybody alive can go ahead and push it. Okay. All right, any question?
Captain Sami Suwaid is preparing to welcome a few hundred passenger guests. But before the passenger board the plane, let us have a look at the preparations Saudi makes to provide them with safety and comfort. Great efforts are actually made. First, this is the engineer who is making a routine check, a daily procedure for every aircraft. Here is another team of workers cleaning and tidying the cabin. Thus, the process of cleaning continues. The aircraft is supplied with fuel via underground pipes. The Saudi catering service supplies the aircraft kitchen with sufficient meals for first and economy class passengers, as well as for the crew. Special dishes are supplied if requested on reservation.
Good morning, flight attendants. Please establish your security check. Thank you.
Now the crew members are ready to carry out their duties, each in his own area. The passengers are now in the departure lounge, while their luggage is carried by a vehicle to be gently loaded onto the aircraft. Now the aircraft is ready for another flight. Passenger transport vehicles take them directly into the aircraft, where Saudia takes care of them and looks after their welfare throughout the flight. Everything is ready for takeoff. With God's blessing, the aircraft moves off, proud to have on both sides the green logo that symbolizes the worship of only one God. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. In the name of God is its course and passage.
Flaps, 20 green light, and green light my side. Ailerons and spoiler. Check. Start bring back selector. Tram throttle.
B1, rotate.
Gear up, please.
Gear up.
Minimum. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
We hope you've enjoyed this flight with Saudia.
كلمة لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله على الطائرات السعودية هي خير وبركة وشعار
The inscription, "There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger," on the Saudi aircraft is a sign of blessing, which can be seen on aircraft as well as elsewhere. I hope to see the air fleet grow and develop in all aspects, keeping up with international development, whether in technology or in the acquisition of new advanced aircraft. As it is well known, we keep up with modern development in all fields. I wish all Saudi officials success and the guidance of God.
بإدارة الخطوط السعودية التوفيق والنجاح.
بلادي بلادي منار الهدى ومهد البطولة عبر المدى. بلادي بلادي منار الهدى ومهد البطولة عبر المدى. عليها ومنها السلام ابتدى وفيها تألق فجر الندى. حياتي لنجدي بلادي فداء.
بلادي بلاد الإباء والشمم ومغنى المروءة منذ القدم. بلادي بلاد الإباء والشمم ومغنى المروءة منذ القدم. يعانق فيها السماح الهمم وفيها تصون العهود الذمم. ستبقى بلادي منار الأمم لتمنع عنها دياج الظلم. باسم المهيمن حامي العلم وعزم السيوف وهدي القلم. وعزم السيوف وهدي القلم.
بلادي بلادي منار الهدى ومهد البطولة عبر المدى. بلادي بلادي منار الهدى ومهد البطولة عبر المدى. عليها ومنها السلام ابتدى وفيها تألق فجر الندى. حياتي لمجدي بلادي فداء.
بمكة صرح الهدى عمرا ليبقى ليبقى المزار المنيع الذرى بمكة صرح الهدى عمرا، ليبقى المزار المنيع الذرى أعز به الله القرى، وطيبة حيث يضم الثرى رسول السلام لكل الورى، يرى كل شيء بها أخضرا، ونجد عرين أسود الشرى، ستبقى لمجد العلا منبرا، ستبقى لمجد العلا منبرا.
بلادي بلادي منار الهدى ومهد البطولة عبر المدى، بلادي بلادي منار الهدى ومهد البطولة عبر المدى، عليها ومنها السلام ابتدى، وفيها تهلق الرجل ابتدى، حياتي لمجد بلادي فدا.
يمينا بخالقنا الأوحد علينا ونحن رجال الغد، يمينا بخالقنا الأوحد علينا ونحن رجال الغد، عهود الحفاظ على السؤدد بصدق الرعاية للمهتدي وصدق الرماية للمعتدي، يمينا بلاد الهدى نفتدي، علاك ببذل سخي اليد وعمر يطول بمستشهدي، وعمر يطول بمستشهدي.
بلادي بلادي منار الهدى ومهد البطولة عبر المدى، بلادي